Hey, good morning everyone. I was talking with my dad this morning and he let me know that my cousin Brett was working with his crew 3 minutes down the road from here, removing a large cherry tree. So I figured we'd go take a look. All right guys, well, we're rolling into the scene now. Looks like they have a chip truck, the crane, bucket truck, and looks like a cool job. So let's go out here and we'll take a look. Morning, Beaver.
Morning, buddy.
How are you, brother?
Doing good.
Good. Thanks for letting me come out today.
For sure.
What's going on today?
Working for two houses. This one here and that one over there. We're taking down a big cherry tree for this customer here. And then over there, some cedars right on the corner of the house will come out. So all removals today, which it should be a nice day. Crane and bucket set up, and the customer wants all the firewood. So like the tops of the trees will get brought over here and we'll process them. If there's any good wood, we'll take the wood over there and leave a nice firewood pile for them, and we'll chip the rest of the tree up.
Hey, good morning, Kyle Dolan. How are you, brother?
Hey, Ryan. How are we doing today?
Good. You going up in the bucket?
Yes, sir, I am. That's why I'm in it.
What's the plan of attack?
Well, I'm going to go up here. We're doing a crane removal on this big cherry. We're going to get up high. We're going to tip tie so I can make a cut. We can get it to remove smoothly from the rest of the tree. Carry it over there to the chipper, and then slowly work it down from the top, making sure we get any dead wood off before we do so nothing's breaking off and hitting any of the employees when we're swinging the branches and everything. Safety is obviously a key factor in what we got going on here. But we got the right guys and the right equipment to do the job safely, and we're gonna get her done.
Different every day, don't you?
We sure do. Different customer every day, different yard every day, different terrain every day. It's a different obstacle every day, but that's what makes it interesting, borderline fun. That's a big limb he's setting down. He's got wires he's really got to watch. And he's also got dead limbs on that. Who's going to help him out just to set it down a little more gracefully? Customer wants the firewood off this. A lot of times that makes it harder for us, if you can believe, because our chipper is so big. We're just going to probably chip this whole branch and we'll leave them some of the bigger wood, because when you have a chipper that can take a 20-inch diameter piece of brush or a log, it's easier just to send it in and make chips than it is to process it into firewood. But we understand that that's good cherry, good burning firewood, so we're gonna, we'll leave him a lot of the rest of that tree that he can process himself.
Is this the vehicle you guys call the hamburger?
Yeah, this is a hamburger mobile. Yeah, there's a light switch right on the right side as you go in there.
This is where you keep your equipment, all nice and organized. Got your saws.
It gets organized every morning, and then it's usually a disaster by the end of the day. And then they do it again the next morning. It's a vicious cycle, but at the start of the day, the stuff is usually nice and organized. The saws get sharpened. Couple blowers, got trimmers in here. It's a nice truck.
All you need, right?
Yes, sir. Got all our road signs. Everything stays nice and dry in here, which is nice. worked with. I think Shook Bear would agree too. We were just talking about the other day that there's no other residential chipper that you can get at someone's property that has that much horsepower and eats the trees the way that that chipper does. It's really a great find. When Dan and Chris found this chipper and brought it home, I mean, it's made the work so much easier for everybody in the whole company.
How often do you change the knives in that chipper?
That depends on how much dirt and rocks go through it. Sometimes we're working on a gravel driveway, and it's almost impossible for some rocks to not get sent through it. If you don't send anything like dirt or rocks through it, you can get 3 to 4 days out of knives, and then you can flip them. Or if we're doing a bigger, like a land clearing or something like that, we'll change them. Every 4 to 6 hours we get a change of knives on it. base for a cherry tree, a lot of times when you get down to this part of the job, it's easier just to fell the rest of the tree into a yard and put a strap around it and pick it up after the tree is already felled onto the ground. The reason we're not doing that here is, if you come with me, Ryan, there's this little cherry tree on the back side here that the homeowner doesn't want hurt. So that's why we're just gonna lift it out with the crane. It makes it a little bit harder for us, but that's why we have this equipment to do these things, you know, to keep the homeowners happy. Because there's little trees like this. There's even a real tiny little 3-foot dogwood tree over there that they just recently put in the ground that they don't want hurt. So a little bit more difficult, but you know, that's why we do the way we do.
What's the orange spray paint?
Oh, the homeowner did that. He doesn't want any of that real big wood. So from the orange line down, we're gonna haul away with us. And we'll process that back at our shop with a shear or something like
that. What saw are you planning to use, Brett?
Go get the Stihl, the 500i Stihl saw. It's got the most horsepower, it's sharp, it's ready to go.
Beaver.
Thanks, buddy.
Do you have anything to say about how that went?
Yeah, the saw is cutting a little bit crooked. You can tell on the base it's just spooning just a tiny bit. Makes it a little more difficult. It was binding up a little bit. But all in all, that big hunk of wood's out of there, and the trees that the homeowner wanted to be saved, they're not damaged. So all in all, I'd say it's a win.
And that piece of wood will go back to the shop where Tyler can shear it up to make some good hardwood mulch.
Yes, sir. Everything gets used.
Used and abused. Good to see you, Kyle.
Good to see you as well, Ryan.
Any comments on the tree? Look good.
No, I mean, when you come out here with the right equipment and the right foreman that knows all the knowledge in the world and you get everything done correctly and safely, everything goes smoothly. And I thank Brett for his knowledge and walking us through getting everything done and getting it done right.
Oh, what do you say, Brett?
Am I blushing?
So Kyle, you ready for the Christmas party?
I don't know if the Christmas party's ready for me, but I certainly am.
You gonna do some karaokeing?
Karaokeing, maybe some bull riding. Might
So Kyle, on this cedar, what's your plan of attack?
Okay, so I'm just clearing out some of these lower limbs and stuff, making it a little easier for me to climb up through. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna climb up, I'm gonna get tied into this back lead. It's kind of further away from the crane because we're gonna be craning here. So I'm gonna actually take off this front half of the tree in the first pick, then climb back up and strap off the other side. And then I'm gonna take off that side. Once that's down, it'll be down to just above the roof. And then we'll be able to set a strap and then get the log out of here.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
How long have you been using climbing gear for?
I climbed my first tree in 2007, so I think we're going up there, getting close to 16 years. It's been a long time. first saddle I had was not like this, I can tell you that. The old Buckingham. No leg pads, just a little butt strap and one buck strap to start climbing with.
So do they make different types of spikes, Kyle?
Yes sir, they have
What spikes are you using today?
so mine are the straight gaffs. These are tree spikes. They also make what they call a lineman or a crow feet. That's basically from the spike, instead of having that straight shaft, it actually has what they call a crow feet. So it actually comes out and then goes down, creates a little bit more space between your foot and the tree. I like using these spikes because when I'm in a tree and I have my spike in the tree, I can actually bow my feet in. It helps with your balance, keeps you set in the tree.
Pretty high to grab the strap. He snaked this strap where he wanted to put it in the tree, and he's climbing back down, and he's gonna cut it. Good visibility of Kyle up in there with that other side gone. There's a lot of branches between where the crane is and where Kyle is. So Mike is kind of snaking that boom through that oak tree. Mike makes using the crane look easy. There's a lot that doesn't meet the eye that he is aware of and thinking of. Kyle's got his straps up in the tree. He's got 2 straps for the 2 leads, and he's gonna cut the one base. He'll get this thing on the ground.
Small enough we can pick it with the crane from there. The reason I strapped it on the house side is so when we elevate it with the crane, that knot's going to cinch tight there, and it's actually going to pull it away from the house. First, if you have the knot on this side, the first point that it's going to pivot on to stand it up would raise this outside up, and it would go towards the house. That's the reason we put the knot on the inside.
Just for safety, Kyle put in another rope on the base of the tree to ensure that it doesn't swing into the house. That was a successful cut.
Yep, the car's done, everything went well, went safe, no one got hurt, everyone goes home at the end of the day, that's why we like it.
Hey Beaver, thanks for letting us join your crew today.
Yeah.
That was a great adventure, good education.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, everything went well at this job. Everything went as planned, and as always, there's going to be obstacles, but that's why the homeowner called us, because if it was easy, then everyone would do it. So with the right knowledge and a good group of guys and a good attitude, you know, you can get the job done safely.
Thanks, Brett.
Yeah, sure.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Ryan.
Join us for another adventure. Stay tuned, everyone.
it.